Hey, it is May, I don't know, the 30th? Let me check up on it. Yeah. It's May the 30th, 2020, 2023. And I was told to, go ahead and keep y'all updated. And I already planned to. But it's been requested to keep y'all updated as far as, the physical recovery goes. And yeah, please believe I'm still in recovery. It's going to be a long road. Getting my chest all fused back together and strong. And as I said, I got plans to be stronger than I ever been before, right? We're not going to live a long time because we're not in charge of that, but we're going to live as strong as we can, right? All right, I'm saying that about myself. Maybe you want to join me, but I have some tips, especially for people who don't exercise, for people who don't have any sort of physical prowess. For example, I mentioned the benefits of walking. A lot of people don't believe it. Just talk to somebody who walks and stuff, man. It's major benefits. All right, I've seen people lose major weight from just walking. It's so damn beneficial. And I would like to say, walking is a beautiful thing, especially in the morning. I've already took a mile lap, but lately I've been doing 2 a days and 3 a days. I go around this loop. It's about a mile, give or take. And I either walk or I do some other stuff, and I want to tell you about it. All right. But I already did my first lap walking early in the morning, and I thoroughly enjoy it. All right. It's very enjoyable. For those people who haven't walked yet or thinking about walking and stuff like that, it's very enjoyable, especially if you're in a nice neighborhood. There's trees, there's grass, there's people constantly driving by, interrupting my video, stuff like that. Right? Big old trucks driving by and disturbing our video, but okay, walking is amazing. If you've never done it before, it's the most easiest exercise that you could ever want to do. And while you're walking, it gives you time. Look at the scenery, enjoy it, if you will. It gives you time to think, if that's something you wanted to do. I mean, lots of times we're like going throughout our day and thoughts are racing through our heads. It's not really good. And I'm not endorsing thinking, really. But when you're walking, it frees up your capabilities so that if you did have thoughts racing through your mind, you can go ahead and address them while you're walking. A beautiful thing about walking is you can really concentrate and really focus on your breathing. A lot of people don't think about that, but a lot of people don't even know how to breathe. Alright? I mean, I swear, like, people don't know how to breathe. Believe it or not, it causes them a lot of health problems if you don't know how to breathe correctly. Right? So you can concentrate on that. You could also concentrate, especially for myself. The fact is my chest is fusing back together, and they tell you, your heart and your lungs basically work in synergy. They're like a little system by themselves. And it's very important to concentrate on your breathing and breathing in as deep as you can. Otherwise, your rib cage and stuff might fuse together in a way that you can't breathe in very deeply. Some people catch pneumonia because of that. Catch pneumonia, you're going to find yourself up in the ICU again. Right? It's very serious. So you got to really concentrate on your breathing. Not only that, because all my muscles withered away in the hospital, it's very important to concentrate on my posture. Like after the surgery, my body naturally wants to close my chest, if you know what I mean. Like if you get your shoulders and drop them and put your shoulders in front of you, that's how people usually are. If you notice, if you look at people, that's how they naturally hold themselves. But if you bring your shoulders back, behind you and lift your chest up, what you're gonna do is open up your chest. And I figure a lot of people know this. That's how you open up your chest. And I concentrate on that while I'm walking to work on my posture, because a lot of my muscles have withered away. And I have to really work on my posture if I don't want to be hunchback, right? Came out of the hospital with my neck forward and a little hunchback going, right? It's good for all these things. And as cars zip by, I mean, hundreds of cars are zipping by. I guess they got things to do. All right. I also want to stress that walking is what it is a gateway drug. If I tricked you into walking and you never done it before, you're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna become a staple of your day. But not only that, it's a gateway drug. Walking is a beautiful thing because it's the easiest thing to do. And also, once you get your blood flowing, once you get used to walking, say like every day, and you enjoy it, you're also going to start to do other things. Whatever you like, and that's what I encourage people to do. Do whatever you like. Whatever you like the best. If it's physical and you like doing it, do that. Don't do anything else. You know, some people get it in their head that, oh, I'm walking and stuff, now I need to start jogging. Now I need to start running. Well, you could do that if you like it. But if you don't like it, if at any point you think to yourself, I just like this, then stop doing it. All right, you shouldn't do it anyways. Your knees get all messed up. You're probably running on the pavement like a dumb. I never run on the pavement unless I really, really have to. Right? That's not good for your knees. It's not good for your back. It's not good for your ankles. It's all bad for you to do. And that's the thing. The reason I bring it up is because you'll see people from time to time who are out of shape running. Have you ever seen that before? I mean, you might see people who are really in shape running and you could tell that they love it. And there's no problem with that. But you'll see people who are out of shape and who are running. And, you know, they're doing their best and everything. But a month from now, 2 months from now, if it takes 3 months, they're going to quit. They're going to quit. And why blame them? Because they might lose some weight and feel real good about it. But eventually they're going to quit because they don't like doing it. All right? And so that's why I stress, find whatever it is you like doing. Okay? But you're going to like doing something. Walking is a gateway drug. All right? And it's going to get you more physical. I want to mention real briefly before I get up out of here that when I was in the hospital, for example, they say, yeah, your blood got infected. Yeah, it started eating away at your heart. Yeah, now we're going to have to replace some things on your heart because it got so bad. They said, but everything about you, everything else about you, every single other health metric that we're measuring is right on point. Okay, you're healthy as God knows what. You're so damn healthy. And I was glad to hear it, but I already kind of knew it. All right? And what I got to stress is that me being so healthy as I was really, really benefited me in, number one, surviving the surgery, right? And number two, recovering from the surgery. It really depends. If you're in poor health and you get a surgery, it's going to be harder to recover, all right? And if you're in great health and you get a surgery and you survive it, it's going to be a lot easier to recover, right? And you're going to do it much faster. Like, I'll give you an example. They put me on short-term disability, right? So I get paid, whatever, 70% of my salary while it is that I'm recovering. There's a guy called a hospitalist who's in charge of a lot of stuff when you're going through surgery and you're in the hospital. And one of my hospitalists, he put me on short-term disability. And he gave me a block, that's what they call it. He gave me a block of time. He said, I'll give you 4 months. You'll be on short-term disability for 4 months. And you got that amount of time, and then you got to go back to work, right? But the reason he gave me 4 months is because anybody should be able to go back to work by 4 months, right? Don't matter what kind of health you're in, you need to be going back to work by 4 months, even if you're in the worst of health. So it really depends on who you are. Not only how good your health is, but how motivated you are to get back into the swing of things. And I'm very motivated, right? I be exercising every day. As soon as I got back from the hospital, I noticed that I was skinny and spindly. All right, that's not me. That's not what I look like. So immediately I got to putting back on weight, and I'm basically like I'm probably 165 pounds right now. I probably have 10 more pounds to go, 10, 15 until I'm normal, until I'm my normal weight, and then I plan to push it up to 190 and see if I could do it. But that's going to be muscle, all right? So my plans are much faster than most people. In fact, probably, I don't know, 95% of people who go through this heart surgery, I'm progressing way faster than them. I'm immediately doing things that I should not be capable of doing. The people in the hospital said, you're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to do this or that. Oh, you can do this, but you got to do it minimally. Like, for example, they were like, hey, when you get home, you live in a 2-story house, you might go up the stairs once or twice a day, but leave it at that because it's going to be very difficult. All right? To give you an example, the first day that I came back to the house, I went up and down the stairs 20 different times just because there's things in my room. I had to go back and forth. Right, so 20 different times I went up and down the stairs the first day. That's like the idea of the progress that I got going. The reason I bring it up is because I've been walking every day. Not only that, I've been pushing it. Safety first. All right, a lot of people freak out when I say, "Oh, I'm pushing it." Well, no, safety first. I'm not going to risk everything because you could fall down, slip and fall on the concrete, and bust your chest wide open. Land your ass back in the ICU. It's always safety first. But also I'm pushing it because it's up to me how far and how fast I want to progress. So I've been walking, and then I'll be speed walking. And I've already set a goal. I shouldn't be able to do this. That by June the 26th, for example, I already set the goal. I said I want to be able to jog a mile. Not only that, I want to be able to jog a mile within 10 minutes, which is slower than my normal time. But I want to jog a mile within 10 minutes before June the 26th. I should not be able to do it, but I'm going to do it anyways. All right. In fact, just kind of judging by my body, I should be able to jog that well before the 26th. All right. I've already, for example, yesterday, you can call it jogging, because my feet came off the ground, but I was doing it very slowly, very carefully, jogging for a mile. All right, I already done it. I did it very slowly and it took a long time, but I'm already almost there. And I plan to push it, and I plan to get strong. All right, stronger than we ever been. We're on a journey here. I'm starting from zero. You know, I'm starting from negative. Like, I had to go and dig myself out of a hole, right? So if anybody out there, you know, you want to start from zero, you want to get your act together, feel free to do it. You don't have to tell me about it if you don't want to, but you could. You could tell me all about it. I would love to hear about it, all right? Physical journeys of gains, making gains, right? It's always going to be in your best interest. It's always going to get you the attention of ladies or men or whoever you're trying to get attention from. Your physical prowess is going to help you out in that regard. So I'm going to get up out of here, and I'll give y'all some more updates. Later on, I'm thinking about just showing y'all a little display of the kind of exercises that I've been doing. No weights, really. I've actually implemented little 5-pound weights on certain exercises that I've been doing, but pretty much no weights. All right, showing you the very simple things that I've been doing. And I've been putting meat all on my potatoes, dude. Like, I'm gaining weight and I'm gaining muscle by doing the simplest Easiest things. You don't need weights. You don't even have to try very hard. And it's guaranteed results. I'm going to get up out of here, but before I do, something that has been like on my mind for quite some time. This guy behind me, I don't know if you know who that is, but it's Stewart Rhodes. I've known who he was for a long, long time. He's the founder of Oath Keepers, and we got to get up out of here, but I did want to mention that he's a political prisoner. If I can even say that on YouTube, I need to get my Rumble going. And I think I'm going to do it today. I got to find out my password and all this. Stewart Rhodes is absolutely a political prisoner, number one. He's not the first one. In fact, we probably have political prisoners all up in America, here and there and everywhere, and we just don't know. And there's a definition for it. You didn't have to commit no crime. No, your crime is that you're on the political wrong side of things. And so somebody somewhere decides that you go to jail damn near forever. All right? So Stewart Rhodes, they sentenced him to 18 years. I'm not sure what that means. It probably means that at least he's going to have to at least do 9 years before they even consider him for parole. But the thing is, he's a political prisoner. So you can imagine if things were to keep going the direction they're going in America, Stewart Rhodes is never going to get out of prison. It's political. He didn't commit no crime. It's political, so they'll keep him in there till he's dead. All right? And that's how it goes. Who knows what's going to happen? Everything's wild calamity. But Stewart Rhodes obviously is praying and praying and praying that Donald Trump gets in the presidency, because that's his only chance of ever making it out of prison. And might I remind everybody what you already well know, there was no insurrection. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even know if I can say that word on YouTube. There was no insurrection on the first month, day 6, a few years ago. There was no. You have to be absolutely delusional and playing and pretending in your mind if you're going to look at that, all the things, even the ones of calamity, and say, oh, that was an insurrection. No, the hell it was not. Why don't you go to videotapes? Because insurrections actually have happened in other countries. They don't look like that. They don't look like what happened on the 6th of that particular month. It's not the same, right? People playing and pretending. And not only that, might I remind everybody that 5 people did die on that day. None of them were police officers. All of them were Trump supporters. And it's a damn shame. And people have to play and pretend so much that you can't even bring up these people's names. They'll say, oh, 5 people died. Yeah, 5 people did die. Can you tell me their names? Oh, no, you can't tell me their names. Oh, there's political prisoners all over the place. Oh, that's what America has become. And something to think about. It's wild chaos and calamity. All right, so I'll holler at y'all with a little bit more a little bit later. It's May the 30th, 2020, 2023.